Whoa. Hey. Howdy. Good afternoon. Brown dress. Yep. Cool. Yeah. For sure. Have to do it, man. Awesome. Mm. What would that? What would ultra low mean? Like, what would? Wow. Okay. I'm fine. I prepared ahead, guys. So I got my water here. Um, you know, too thirsty for that business. Was that?
I turned my mic all the way down. So there you go. Hi. I'm back.
Thomas has been talking to myself a lot.
Yeah.
look like I'm just like, hey, just talking to myself.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I was a bit busy in Mount Doom and that. Top, there's always audio problems. It happens.
That's the thing. What can you expect in Mount Doom?
Exactly. Man? It's all the radioactive whatever. Something. The Eagles, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it. And then you go to throw the ring in at the end, and you're like, nah, might as well not. And then you get your hand,
just chop
your
finger
off, and
get your finger bit off.
It's horrible. It's just not a good time.
By Bitsmeagle.
Yeah, I've got Column. Well, what's going on? We've got Anthony's just saying that I had no audio. Charlotte saying, love your background, guys. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Hi, Lynn. Blazing Hell. Yeah, quite. Right. So
Anthony says, "Good job with the hair hoof." So
thanks. Well, it was a haircut in conjunction with my dad. He did the back and sides, and then I decided to try and trim the top.
Nice, man.
It's not the best, but it'll do.
Good, man.
It'll do for now. Given that all the barbers are short.
Yeah, my hair's getting uber long.
I think at some point you've just got to go for it and just have long hair.
I know.
That's it. You have long.
I know that's the thing. It's not the first time, so I'm
just live with it forever. No, I think.
Yeah.
Is the way forward.
Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Zoinks and that.
Zoinks, yeah, Jinkies.
I think Jinkies was Velma.
Velma. Right? Yeah, I think so.
You got aye. Get your zoinks out. What's happening? It's Mental Health Awareness Week is what's happening.
Yeah.
So there you go. Bang.
That's the important thing.
I've quickly loaded the website for mentalhealth.org.uk.
Okay.
And that is this week. So I don't know if anyone's been up to date with our social media at all. I think most of you guys here have been. We've been posting on Facebook, Twitter, and some of the other stuff. I think we've put something out on LinkedIn. I think Ella did something for LinkedIn for this. So it's the 18th and 24th, and it's the topic this year is kindness.
Brilliant.
So just a quick one. The Mental Health Foundation works to prevent mental health problems. We will drive towards I can't even speak. We will drive change towards a mentally healthy society for all and support communities, families and individuals to live mentally healthier lives with a particular focus on those at greatest risk.
It's a tongue twister, man. That's not your fault. Mentally healthy lives.
Healthy life.
That's because I've never seen that word used like that.
No,
so
same. But yeah, it's a bit of information on there about what it is. So just explaining that obviously mental health problems can affect anyone at any time, and it's everyone's business.
Anthony said that just seen a good Tyson Fury video from BT about mental health, and I think that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about spoke about Anthony we spoke about Tyson Fury.
We have spoken about Anthony, to be fair.
We have, but spoke about Tyson Fury quite a few times, obviously, because he to come out as is a world champion in a massively masculine sport, and to kind of say that, listen, I've got mental health issues and stuff. It's amazing, and it's doing a great deal for sport, and it's doing a great deal for people who may feel like scared to admit that they have mental health issues or anything like that. So I think that it's awesome, and you should, if you link us that, Anthony, I'm sure we'll have a look at it. So
yeah, definitely. Matthew's just saying that I now control the realm. Yeah, that's true. Correct. It's my domain. So yeah, the message this year is kindness. So one thing that we've seen all over the world is that kindness is prevailing in uncertain times. We've learned that amid the fear, there is also community support and hope. So obviously that's what we've been sort of shedding light on in terms of these streams, particularly. And what these guys are saying is we mustn't make the same mistakes as before with this pandemic as there was in like the 2008 financial crisis. So obviously the mental health services sort of fell. Well, the like capacity fell quite a lot during that period as well.
No, yeah, I remember.
Got Wib in the chat, so hi Wib, good afternoon.
Hi Wib.
Lynn's asking, did anyone else see the Luke Chadwick, the former Man U footballer, interview on TV? I think that was that Luke Chadwick one. I think he put something out on Twitter the other day, and he was saying about how like he was bullied because of his appearance, like from being like an apprentice at the football clubs. I think. Did
he have an issue with acne? I feel like I recall that. I'm not quite sure.
We'll have a look.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
Yeah, so I mean that's him there. That's Luke Chadwick there. Hang on, have I even got that on the screen? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he did have.
I think a lot of people had sort of apologised to him since he spoke out about it as well, and sort of like said, sorry, and he's been like, oh well, it's fine, sort of. But he was just underlining that message really that it can happen to anyone, even a Premier League footballer. So there you go. Luke Chadwick, very, very good one, Lynn, to point out that one.
Yeah, Lynn says
I think he received a lot of abuse online as well.
Awesome. Yeah.
What else we got?
Good guy.
No sign of the Royals mental health charities yet. I did have a little story about it was I think it was Harry and Meghan. I've got a link to something they did with one of their foundations that they'd set up. So I'll have a look into it in a bit.
That's good.
Sue is saying mental health awareness sing along tomorrow. Getting up by 5. Everybody sing your hearts out, please.
That's a banger. That
that's definitely one for Leon. That like I think he'd be all over that.
If I'm out like drinking and like I'm quite drunk, if that comes on, like if any 5 songs come on, I'm like, oh my god,
nice throwback.
It's song of the childhood, that one.
Yeah.
When the guy starts doing that cheesy rap,
I know the bit you mean. That's why I was sort of laughing at the oh dear. But yeah, it's a song. So yeah. Anyway, theme of this year: kindness. For Mental Health Week, and they've got the hashtag Kindness Matters GIF on Instagram. And I think did I add it? Oh, but I didn't. I was supposed to add it into the Zoom thing, but I didn't because I'm stupid. It's there. You can use it as well, and you can share it. This is just on mentalhealth.org.uk. If you Google Mental Health Week 2020, you'll find all that relevant information there. Anyway, they've got a bunch of graphics and stuff as well. They've got a list called resources, which hang on, you can't quite see.
That's great.
The resources there, and they've got a bunch of free stuff. A link to donate, a supporter pack. Basically, this website's great if you're looking to spread this kind of message. Shift them cameras back. So yeah, that's what it is, and obviously we've themed the show a little bit around that today. Instead of it just being standard just news, we'll try to pick things with a particular focus on mental health, or
Yes.
possibly mental health services, or spreading the kindness as the theme
Yeah.
is. But you might see,
Doing a little
keep an
bit.
eye out on Facebook, because you probably see Ella's been putting together some good posts, linking into the stuff we've been doing around this theme. So just keep an eye out and get involved. It's like I say, like I keep saying, send us some stuff in, because I found a list of stuff that to do, like that's really good for fighting things like anxiety and depression that we'll talk about a little bit later.
Brilliant. That sounds awesome, man.
Again, if you are getting involved with anything like that, be more than happy to share those. If you can send them in.
Awesome.
So first of all, Daniel, you found. I don't know if you want to load the link so you can talk through, because it was the NHS helplines.
Yeah. So just mental health helplines, which are provided by the NHS. We can leave a link for that.
Yeah, 2 seconds, mate. I'm just going to grab my water. I'll literally 2 seconds.
2 seconds. I'll just run through, So there's a total, like a bunch of different mental health helplines here. There's one for Anxiety UK. If you suffer from anxiety, we've got one for Bipolar UK. For Calm, which is the campaign against living miserably for men aged 15 to 35. And then you have the Men's Health Forum, which is a 24/7 stress support for men by text, chat, and email. We've got the Mental Health Foundation and Mind, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. And there's a helpline for them, which is from Monday to Friday, 9 to 6. No Panic, which is offering support for sufferers of panic attacks, OCD, or if you've got a phobia. And the calls are 5p a minute, but and that's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And I'm not going to run through all of them, guys, because there is quite a few here. But we'll leave the link, and you guys can have a little look yourself.
Yeah, I'm back. I survived.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not going to go through every single one, but there's a lot of links here provided by the NHS. So
and they're all
suffering,
quite specific as well out there. So it's like there's completely different links depending on any conditions or anything.
Exactly. So if there is something that is quite specific to you, I'm sure that the organizations they put you through to will be able to help your specific problem or issue or thing.
I'll tell you what, I'll drop that in the description now. So it's in there.
Yes, sweet.
The survey's not in there, Daniel. Can you actually chase that one up for us?
Yes, can do that. No problem. Yeah, I'll take a second.
Please. Well, I'm just going to drop that one in the description. So that's the link from the NHS website with all the helplines Daniel was just explaining there. So I'll quickly drop that in the description so that you've got that handy. Like I say, you could maybe share that with someone on Facebook or whatever, with it being Mental Health Awareness Week.
Absolutely.
I'll quickly catch up with the chat. And then saying that the pie that Mel made on the cooking stream earlier was very nice. Sue saying just being able to chat here helps because you realise that you're not alone. Yeah, so and you just keep getting involved. Basically, it's really good to have you guys. Good stuff. Yeah, it's always nice to speak to people in the chat. Yeah, see what you mean. Yeah, spot on, guys. Like I say, glad you're getting something from it, and just keep yourselves involved.
I mean, that's obviously that was one of the main reasons that we started this stream in the first place was for that purpose. It was to kind of stay.
That's literally staying connected.
It's staying connected. It's to stay connected with you guys, and because we enjoy our time with you guys as well, and it's just to kind of for us to be able to be connected to the learners, and so we can kind of keep up with each other. So. Yeah, I'm glad that you said that, Len, because that's really the ultimate goal of this particular stream.
Yeah, and then we've got the next one, which sort of ties in quite nicely with what we've just been talking about, is the Samaritan self-help app, I believe. So keep track of how you're feeling and get recommendations for things you can do to help yourself cope, feel better, and stay safe in a crisis.
And this app is awesome, I think, because it can kind of help you check in with kind of your mood. You could do like a journal of that, and it's something new that Samaritans have been working on. So obviously they say at the moment they're not able to go out and support people. So this is something like, I mean, that may help people kind of keep up with how they're feeling, and it's something quite interesting that they've been working on.
Yeah, so it's got track your mood, like you were saying, to record how you're feeling, see patterns in your mood, and get suggestions for things that could help. Create a safety plan, make a plan for how you could keep yourself safe in a crisis. Different techniques, or practice a range of techniques that help you challenge and cope with difficult feelings, and keep track of helpful activities. Remind yourself of the things to do that make you feel better. Get ideas for new things to try. So again, got a few of those things coming up, the activities. Just a bit of general advice. Obviously, we've been doing some of them as courses and streams anyway. So there's ones coming up, but there's also ones to go back and try. Things like digital imaging, things like cooking, gonna be really good. Things like this, like hobbies that are relatively easy to pick up.
100%.
With a little bit of practice, you'll be fine. So yeah, that's the Samaritan self-help app. I'm just going to quickly go on the App Store and see what it's like actually.
Let's check that guy out.
Because I don't know what the icon looks like, that's all.
I mean, yeah, and like I said, it's something new that they've developed. So it's like in the last few weeks, I think. So this is it's something good that hopefully people are able to check out, and obviously very timely with us being in a pandemic, and having something like this might be quite useful for a few people.
So all you need to do it is, I think you just register on the website, and then they'll give you the instructions on how to do it from there. So that's fine. So that's really cool. I think that's really good from them, because obviously they can't go out and support people want like face to face anymore. So it is the next best thing, is to have sort of a bit of technology to do it. So yeah, crack them on that. Again, I'll make sure the description's up to date with all the relevant stuff, because it's not at the minute. Because obviously we've only just pulled the links together with this theme.
So the survey is there.
Okay. Does that mean we need to do what I think we need to do? Hang on.
Oh, we can't do the thing that you think that we need to do.
Hang on, I've crashed my computer big time right there.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, there. Oh, that's loud. Oh, wow. Oh, everyone's going to be so deaf. Everyone's going to be so deaf, and I'm so sorry. Oh, no, I think I've just killed everyone. I didn't even mean to play it. I didn't even get the chance to like click off it, and it just started playing. I really right. Sorry, guys. I'm just waiting for like all this like just the chat just to go completely like you're done. Yeah, sorry. Fill the survey in. It won't happen again. If you fill the survey in this week, I'll make sure to not do it loud next week. Oh dear, that was loud on my end, so God knows how loud that came out.
Well, I think that only one person did the survey on the 15th, so that's punishment. Yeah, so that's what happens. Rest in peace, my ears.
Sorry, Charlotte. I really didn't mean to do that, but too early for the survey. Yeah, well, you're awake now, aren't you? Just so it's in there and you've got it, because me and Daniel will be, as you can see, bumbling around trying to get all the links working and stuff. So if you if you have a minute while we're clicking and saying, "Oh, actually, I just need to drag that there," and can I just and maybe if I just just quickly fill the survey in, because it'll happen from time to time. And yes, the flames are going to my head, definitely. I've got the ultimate power. That's what's happened.
Yeah, it's what happens every time you put the ring on, right? As soon as you put the
you just made my kitten fall off the TV stand. Yeah, good job. So it wasn't me, it was Sauron. Anyway, not to kill anyone else, we've got the Mental Health Awareness Week, and this is part of what Mind are doing. So obviously Mind, the mental health charity that is, this is a Mental Health Awareness Week with a difference. Many of us are worried about coronavirus and how it will affect us. They've started a hashtag Speak Your Mind.
Speak Your Mind.
Reach someone who needs a friend with a positive message. So you're sharing some tips, some coping mechanisms, and making sure people aren't feeling alone or isolated. So did you go a little bit further through this or not, Daniel?
Yeah. So they've also got a TikTok challenge with that hashtag, which is to send a message of kindness to somebody. And then they've also they've got a poster as well, which you can share with others.
All right. It looks like they've got a Facebook and Twitter cover photo thing as well going on.
So they've got some resources there, guys.
There's a video here. Let's play the video. This video won't be as loud as the survey alarm. In fact, I don't even know if this video's got sound. I think it's just explaining what we basically talked about. We'll see. They might have an example in there.
I can't hear anything. So
no, it's got no sound on. Like
yeah.
I think it's just explaining.
It's just going. Yeah.
So that that people are coming together to support each other, share experiences, improve well-being, help cope.
Yeah.
So that's the idea behind this. I've tried to clean my glasses like 3 times. I'm making them more dirty. Dirtier, more dirty. Dirtier.
Yeah.
We'll go dirtier. Yeah. So anyway, that's the hashtag Speak Your Mind. And there's a bunch. So if you go on Mind's website, I'm assuming that's one of the first things on there. When it eventually loads. I'm hoping it's on here somewhere. If not, I'll make sure the links. What's that? Okay, there we go. Got the link. That can go in there as well. So there's a bunch of resources on there for things like Facebook and Twitter.
Brilliant.
If you scroll a little bit further down, so.
If you want to change your cover photo,
click on the Facebook
kind of raise
one.
awareness.
There it is. There. If you go back, and then there's a Twitter one also. I think. Yeah. So Facebook, Twitter, and there's an image to post on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter as well. They've got some templates for Instagram and Facebook stories as well. If you want to do that, there's a TikTok challenge. There's a poster there if you want to put it up in, I don't know, like your window, or if you've got like a shared communal area in a flat or something like that.
Yeah.
Might be quite a good one to do.
Definitely.
I'm just going to try and clean my glasses for the 5th time.
Yeah, you could turn a bunch out here from you could pin it to the notice board and, people could look at it when they go past them.
It's all about raising awareness, this. So it's still raising awareness for Mental Health Awareness Week. I'm saying the word awareness a bunch.
So there's a couple of quotes there that I just saw. I know that I'm looking at the stream there, and it was just saying about how some of the things people can do, like not putting too much pressure on yourself to be productive, doing something creative, minimizing watching bad news on TV, and speaking out about how you feel. They're all great tips there.
Okay, I've given up on the glasses. I'll just have to be blind. They're just not clean. Okay, yeah. So guys, definitely hashtag Speak Your Mind. Check it out. Their website's got it on, so it's under Get Involved on there. But I'll put a link to the description to that and all if you do want to download any of that stuff. So that's specific to Mind, but obviously then there's the other stuff. There's the other resources on the mentalhealth.org.uk that's already in there and all. If you're looking to pull any, if you're doing any digital imaging stuff, or if you're wanting to change anything on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, be cool wanting to work in any designs that you're doing, but also just posting an image to raise a bit of awareness, sharing a post, something like that.
Yeah.
It does help. It does help because there might be someone who doesn't know it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and that might then get them to share it or get involved in some way and all. So give it a go. And I'm scared to check, because I've just got a notification saying something's not responding. So give me a second.
Oh goodness.
It's the Dark Lord. Oh, it's back. Hang on.
Oh good. Sue's suggesting get some warm vinegar and water on warm water and vinegar on the glasses.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're confused. What vinegar? I missed it out. She said warm water.
Drinking or no? I'll try. They're all smudged and God knows what else.
Yeah. Wibbs is saying they did a music charity night for Washington Mind last year at a club near Mind headquarters and raised quite a bit of money for them, and they were really grateful. So good job, Wibbs.
Spot on that, mate.
Well done, bud.
Right, next one's Every Mind Matters. Now, this one I didn't get around to reading, Daniel, so I need you to,
Okay,
to
cool.
explain what's going on here.
Yeah, it's an NHS initiative, and it's about looking after your mental health. And if you just scroll down slightly, they've got some tips for well-being and coronavirus. And then beyond that, they've got a little quiz, which is the Your Mind quiz, I think, Your Mind Plan quiz. And you just answer a couple of questions, and then they can cater some tips to you based off what you give in the quiz. So it could be, catered towards you.
Yeah. So like it's sort of to see what would be good for you based on what you struggle with.
Exactly. Okay. So it's something cool.
I think they've got some links by the looks of it, urgent support. So if you cannot wait to see a doctor, unable to cope or keep yourself safe, they've got some advice on what to do there. If there's anyone not in England, then there's some links on there as well for what to do. Get tips and advice on helping others as well, actually there. So anyone else struggling with the mental health, there's a link there, ways to help others. And an article on that and top things you can do as well. So there's some good advice on there. Looks like a very useful resource, especially if it's maybe to help someone else. And you're not sure what to tell them, point them in this direction. This is a good place to start.
And on that Your Mind Matters, Every Mind Matters, quiz, the Mind Plan, they said that they've changed it slightly to cater for the coronavirus as well. Yeah. So that's something that's pretty cool.
No, it is. So that coronavirus and wellbeing section on there actually looks like it's pretty detailed. So it's got 10 tips to help if you're worried about coronavirus, looking after children and young people, 7 simple ideas to tackle working from home, mental well-being while staying at home as well. So obviously, I know things are easing, but they're not quite over yet. So it's maybe the best time to be getting used to the idea of still being at home for a little while. I'm getting a little bit of an error message on YouTube. I think that's what caused my computer to
lag a bit,
start having a bit of a frenzy. Let me know how the stream is, guys, and if it's dropping out at all, and I'll try and fix it in some way. So that's Every Mind Matters, wasn't it, that one? Yeah,
that's right, man.
Close that one down. And then the next one you'd found was not particularly mental health related, but sort of mental health related.
Yeah.
So go on. I'll let you explain while I just
scroll through. This is the Reddit one, yeah. So this is a subreddit called Eye Bleach, which is a bit of a crazy name, but I think the point is that it's just something that is completely like a way to kind of take your mind off some of the bad news and the doom and gloom, and it's basically just animals being cute or being silly. And it's really nice. I really like it because that's purely all it is. And they've got a no sad content policy, which is fine. So there's no pictures of pets that have passed with a sad story or anything, which is fine. And that stuff can be quite moving. But it can also, if someone's feeling anxious, it might not make them necessarily feel better. So this is purely...
This is a bit of context. Eye Bleach, looking or experiencing something nice after witnessing something you didn't want to. So like the news.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think, especially for
hang on, we might
people who have...
Hang on 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm getting no data warning from the old YouTube. I don't know why. Hang on. Let's drop the bitrate a little bit.
Oh yeah, it is lagging a tiny bit.
It's constantly popping up though. That's the thing. So I don't know. I think the pop-up's making it worse as well.
Probably.
Using the power to tell me that it's dropping out is making it drop out even more. So let's just lower that a little bit. So everyone, I don't know if they can hear us again. It looks like it's back sort of stable again. Wave's just saying cheers after, we said that it was really good for him to do the charity work and stuff. Matthew's in a meeting with the Son of People First guys. Everyone's wishing us well.
All right, cool.
Saying good on you for spreading the positive stuff this week.
No problem.
Lynn's just, I think, saying that she's enjoyed a pie this week that she got delivered after the cooking stream this morning, and Matthew's saying helps to unsee things you wish you hadn't. Yeah, definitely. So that's what we mean, but that's what the eye bleach term refers to. So this is just a collection of. I mean, that one's a newborn deer that's just sort of like chilling in a corner.
Yeah.
A macaw, a couple of macaws actually.
So there you go. I mean, you feel a bit kind of bombarded by the news cycle or whatever, constantly doom and gloom. It's just something nice to kind of, take your mind off it, I guess.
There is a seal, a baby seal. There is a sponsored advert for Pizza Hut. Didn't want that one. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. There's a baby fox with its tongue out.
So yeah, there's so much like really cute stuff.
Yeah, just loads of pictures of dogs and cats and foxes and birds.
Exactly.
There's a pig.
Yeah, just cute stuff.
There's a whatever that is. It looks like a tortoise with a frog on its back that has a slug on its head.
Yeah.
I don't know. Life and stuff.
I know for myself, if I ever feel a bit like stressed or something, I'll just go on this and it'll make me feel a bit better because it'll always make me smile because there's always something like really like adorable on there. So like the baby fox, man. Look at the baby fox.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the chat. So Lynn said, please mention the link above. If you want us to put a link in, Lynn, can you put it in the chat? Because I can't see it. That's all. Hang on, I'm just scrolling through. Yeah, I can't see the link in there, so if you can just drop that in, we'll take a look. But yeah, so this eye bleach one's quite a good one if you like pictures of animals. Yeah, there's a whole bunch on there. I'm not going to scroll all the way because, like I said, it's probably lag my computer to death. But lots of pictures of animals, a bit more wholesome than some of the other stuff on Reddit.
Yeah.
So close that tab down now. 2 seconds. Hang on, my computer's recovering like loads of Word documents in the background. That might be why I'm having such an issue.
That could definitely, that could be something that's slowing it down, definitely.
Daniel, can you check the chat? Because I don't know if mine's updating quickly and see if there's a link.
I'm having a look. I haven't seen one.
Yeah,
I must say.
My YouTube dashboard's having a bit of it's telling us that YouTube's having loads of errors.
I'm not sure. It might have been flagged as spam, maybe, and if that's the case, then it wouldn't have posted. It probably automatically. I'm not sure.
If you can, Lynn, if you can maybe send it to Daniel. Have you got Daniel on Facebook?
No, maybe
on
email.
The page. No, the page. If you send it to the Media Savvy page, and Daniel, you can just log in and see it on there.
Sure, yeah.
If you can send it there, because I don't think it's going to let you paste it in the chat.
Okie dokie, yeah. I'll get on the Media Savvy page.
Pointing out that that's a terrapin, not a tortoise. There you go. I knew someone would know what it was.
Good stuff.
Okay, so that was the Reddit one, and then we've got a couple separated at the pandemic.
We're in some good news now,
yeah,
guys.
sorry,
so,
that's the uplifting news now, isn't it? Yeah.
We've got some.
I missed the title.
Totally fine. Yeah, we've got some good news for you guys.
So go on, then you explain this one, because I think you found this one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, so, hang on. I need to get the cookie message you're gone.
It's okay. Yeah, so it's just about a couple that have been separated during the pandemic, guys. And I know that we did something similar on a Staying Connected stream semi-recently about the couple that would, like, the husband would go to see the wife every day while she was quarantining.
Through the window, wasn't it?
Yeah, through the window, which is really cute, and it's a little bit similar to that. So it's just a couple that have been together for 70 years, which is like, imagine that, right, guys? They've been together for 70 years, and they've been reunited after they had to quarantine separately. Finally, so it's a really nice kind of feel good story. That they've been able to see each other. They were married before they were turned 20 years old.
Yeah.
And Walt is 91 and Jean is 89.
Okay, so hang on. I want to scroll through, but it's still processing this stupid cookie request, right? So hang on. There we go. That's done. So these guys were married for 70 years and are nearly inseparable. So they're married before They turned 20 years old. So when did they get? Did they get split up because were they like side by side before the pandemic, and then they ended up getting like split apart or what?
Yeah. So according to this, it says that let's have a little look. They were 70 years. Yeah, they were nearly inseparable before that, and then obviously, it says that Jean had she had a problem. She broke a pelvis, and then she was in a hospital, and she also showed sign of dementia. So she's been in a nursing home.
Yeah.
While he's went to visit her, so that was what the issue was.
Yeah. So I just, I mean, they're saying there like there's nothing to do, but he was willing to take the risk to like be reunited with her. And so far, so good. They've obviously none of them were suspected of having COVID-19 anyway, whether it was because she had a separate issue.
No. Yeah, so, true.
That was a good one. Well, I would go and visit every day, but the pandemic and a lockdown at the nursing home pulled them apart. So yeah, it was. I imagine a tough one after like 70 years of being together every day.
100%.
To be like, well, don't know what to do now. I think Lynn has sent it on the Facebook page. So I'll circle back to that at the end, Lynn, and we'll have a quick look at that. Same goes to any of you guys as well. If you've got any links, I know Matthew sent us a few. Matthew, I think I've got one of them that I'm going to put on, but then I'm also going to I'm going to bank a couple of them and keep an eye on them, and then do probably a little update on them. But Matthew sent us some good ones on Monday, I think it was.
Brilliant. Thank you, Matthew.
So
that's a marriage older than my grandparents. Wow, that puts it in perspective, right?
It's a pretty long one.
Couldn't imagine. It's amazing, you know.
Well, 70 years is a long old time. It's a full lifetime, really. For a lot
it is, yeah. It's amazing.
I've clicked it about 8 times. It's going to open like a million tabs. So I didn't read this one either. So it was that African countries are joining together to build
this. Yeah, wall. This one I think is really, really cool. So it's saying that African countries are joined together. There's 21 different African countries that have joined together for this, and they're making a 4,750-mile wall of trees. And basically, it's because the Sahara Desert keeps expanding, and it's actually starting to like destroy, parts of the land because they're just becoming desert. So what they're doing is they're basically they're calling it the Great Green Wall, and they're going to make like a wall of trees surrounding the desert so that it doesn't kind of like spread out.
So sort of keep the sand in.
Yeah, so it's like it's a barrier against the Sahara to save both landscapes and livelihoods, and give the people a reason to stay, because obviously desert, especially Sahara Desert, obviously becomes a bit uninhabitable.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool plan that they've got, and they've united like 21 different African countries. So I think it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I was hoping to see like a picture of like the proposed region. Or as they sit here, actually, hang on.
They've got I think they've got a diagram there, but
it's a video.
It's a video, yeah.
Just so we can explain. So obviously that's the desert's there on the top, and it's obviously they're going to build that wall of trees to stop it from spreading out.
Pretty cool.
No, really cool, and the fact that there's 21 countries in there as well. I'm gonna
yeah. They've all kind of said like, listen, guys, this is like
So that region, the Sahel region. They're saying that it's been down to like poor land management and obviously drought as well. That's turned large parts of it into a desert, so they need that stop basically. So now they're going to build this big barrier of trees, like a green belt essentially.
Pretty much.
But in Africa, which I'd be interested to see how it works. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one, I think. I'm sure there'll be plenty more updates to that as it happens, as and when.
Definitely.
Probably creating quite a few jobs as well, it's saying in there as well, which is cool.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. It's really cool stuff.
So this one is a follow-up to a story that we've covered quite a bit.
Yes, this has been a consistent feature on Staying Connected. And
so
we have another update on it.
Captain Tamura, and he's been awarded a knighthood for his NHS fundraising.
Bless him.
I don't think it's taken place yet. I'd seen the notification on the BBC app yesterday, but I don't think the actual ceremony will have took place yet. I don't think.
Yeah, and I mean, he raised over 32 million for NHS charities, which is just it's phenomenal.
Yeah, so it was Boris Johnson, wasn't it, who did like a special nomination sort of thing. But it's been approved by the Queen.
My one of my roommates is dyed his hair blonde again, and he looks exactly like Boris Johnson. So
really?
Pretty funny, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
He told us as well, which is hilarious, right? He was like, because we said it to him, and then he was like, actually, my nan told my mum that I look like Boris Johnson, but behind my back, and then my mum told me.
Oh, damn. So now you get slated from all angles.
Yeah.
Nice.
So funny, man. But yeah, back to Captain Tom.
Yeah.
So
and there he is. And there he is again.
Yeah. It's as you were saying, Bojo said that he's fantastic fundraising, has broken records, and it's inspired the whole country, which is totally true. And Kia said that it's brought inspiration to millions and helped us all to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of our NHS.
Yeah, I think because he'd already been made like an honorary colonel, hadn't he? So he'd been sort of like promoted. I think that was by the Queen. And now he's gonna get the knighthood, so it's good. The highest honor in the country, I believe.
Yep, I believe so, buddy.
So yeah, good job. There's a bunch on. If anyone's interested, there's some more things that he's been awarded, and he's getting like a RAF fly pass and stuff for his 100th birthday. That's all detailed on the BBC website and on like the related section. Bunch of features on there.
At least he doesn't look like Donald Trump. That's something. That's what Charlotte said.
Well, I mean, out of the two of them, you definitely want to look probably more like Boris Johnson. At least, like, I reckon you can make him look a bit more presentable than Trump. Although I don't know what Trump looks like without fake tan on, so you never know, to be honest.
Fine, yeah.
It's tough to say.
I can't imagine.
I know. I don't think he's ever not had it on. Anyway, we want good news, not Trump news.
I know
that's something else.
There's no idiot of the week today, guys, because obviously we were going for the positive theme today, and
just to reiterate, there was plenty of idiots this week.
Right,
we just chose not to include it as a segment because we're not about that this week.
No, we wanted to go for the positive kind of stuff today, and obviously a bit more of a mental health awareness theme. So
yeah,
we'll probably
I'm gonna leave the Prime Minister one for you to pronounce because I don't know how to pronounce her name. Jacinda Ardern?
Yeah, well, I think that seemed fine to me. That I would have probably said the same thing.
Jacinda.
Jacinda Ardern. Yeah, okay. I'd have said that. Someone can correct us if we're wrong, but Reuters,
whatever it is.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't say boo to a goose.
Sorry to me.
No idea. No idea what's going on. But anyway, they've come out. The government are looking at a 4-day working week as a rebuild of the economy and like the work and lifestyle sort of thing. Go on, Daniel.
Yeah, it's like this is like something that like you hear all the time, right? Like countries always say, "Oh, this country has mentioned that they would do this," and it never really usually happens. There is occasionally like a company will trial it and they'll have good results of it, but then they don't usually continue it.
Yeah.
Even though they'll have great results of it, like that happened in a company in Japan. The Finnish Prime Minister mentioned that she was talking about doing it, and it, like I said, it's something that people usually mention, but it often doesn't get done. So if New Zealand go ahead with this, I think that would be quite interesting, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know if did any countries end up going ahead with it, because I know it was Finland. Like there's some of the countries like Finland and Sweden, I believe, and Norway as well. They were talking about it, but I don't know if they ever actually did it.
I don't actually know. I think that it was one of the Finnish Prime Minister's policies that she wanted to implement, but I'm not sure if it ever got done.
I think it was coming into effect at the start of the year, and then obviously the world sort of descended into chaos.
Yeah,
a little bit. I don't know if you noticed. It had a little. There was a little blip on the radar called 2020, and it took its toll on I think everyone's plans to do anything ever.
Oh yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that one. But for a long time, I think now they've been talking about it in countries in that region. I know definitely Finland. The Prime Minister of Finland, she was all about that, wasn't she? It was one of our main campaign
definitely
ideas. She sort of campaigned on the back of that. But a lot of it was to do with mental health and workers' rights and stuff, right? And an energized workforce and stuff.
Totally, and and that's the thing. I mean, they've tried and this is it's kind of like the Finnish way. Like, obviously, their education is notorious as being one of the best in the world, and oftentimes it has been the best in the world, especially around like the primary school age kind of range.
Yeah.
And what it was that one of their big things is that they don't have homework around that age group, and that's something that they kind of really stress, and it's about like letting the kids make their own choices and stuff, and they try to make it as free as possible, and if it's been really successful for them. So
yeah,
it's kind of I'm guessing they're taking a bit of that philosophy into the workplace with this, because where they have done trials of this, like 4-day work week, I remember, like I said, there's a Japanese company, they were really successful with it, so they've proved that it actually can help efficiency and things like that, because people are more energized, as you said, and things like that.
That's always been the argument, hasn't it? Like, you're giving people more time off.
Definitely.
It's one of them things where it's tough, and I think the countries like that, like Finland and Sweden and stuff, you got to look at the population. I think a lot of people do comparisons when it's not possible. A lot of people are comparing lockdown measures and stuff with the likes of Sweden, but their like population size is a lot lower, and the way they have a lot of small villages that are a bit more remote and things like that. So it's always it swings around about what sectors are the most popular and stuff. Like, manufacturing sectors, you're going to struggle to have a 4-day week probably, because it's about output. With a lot of it,
definitely.
So it's a weird one, but at least the question's being asked, and especially it's New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this, I think this one was in response to trying to keep people in work. They might be working less, but trying to keep a large chunk of the population still working, rather than people getting sacked because the company can't afford to keep them on. So it's about like staggering the working week, rather than, okay, well, we only need half of you to come back and work full time. Okay, well, why don't we try and balance it out a little bit better?
Definitely.
So it's all belt tightening and layoffs and stuff.
No, exactly. So it's part of an initiative they're doing for related to COVID, obviously. But and I mean, it doesn't always have to be like a 4-day work week as well. There's like other ways around it. Like, if you look at like Latin countries, like they have the siesta from 2 to 5, which is like, that's their version of it, really. And so there's like different ways that people do it as well.
Yeah, no, it's definitely possible. I'm just quickly I was just distracted by the chat. So Lynn was saying some people say that she has the look of Bojo. Nah, I don't think so.
I can't see that.
I think then Matthew was saying it doesn't help having the last name. Sue's in Johnson. The garden now. Charlotte liking the positive stream, but eventually we have to ban Donald Trump from Idiot of the Week.
I know, it's too easy.
It would be him every week. It would just be Trump news. Like, we cannot do it.
I know.
I think we should just vote Donald the overwhelming winner of Idiot of the Century, and then we don't need to mention him anymore. Yeah, if only. The problem with him is there'll always be, even like, do you know what? I didn't even want to talk about him, but even this week, like, he just couldn't let it go, and he had to take that drug that he advised people to use, and his own administration said, please don't use it, and then he had to go out of his way to say that he was using it, because that's the kind of guy he is, because he just has to have the last word on everything.
Yeah.
Even if it'll potentially harm him, he'll still have the last word. So yeah, but no, yes, we'll leave it there.
Yeah,
he's gonna come up a lot because he has to do it.
And last thing, obviously, Nancy Pelosi, obviously Speaker of the House in American House of Representatives, she said that that Trump is morbidly obese, so he shouldn't be taking that. Because obviously they said that it's a drug for malaria, not proven to work against COVID, and there's a lot of side effects that it can have. So she was like, so just a bit of drama.
Mate, you shouldn't be taking that. And he was like, fake news. I know best because that's what he does. He knows best.
Fake news.
You
Yeah.
are fake news.
You're nasty. That's a nasty question.
That's it. Nasty.
Yeah.
He's like whispers it, doesn't he? With such contempt. Yeah. Like, it's class. He is, to be fair,
it's hilarious.
He's hilarious, and he is quite like snappy and witty in his press conferences at times when he's not storming out with them. I've got to give him credit for that, but he cannot handle the media at all. Like, he just
just all the memes.
Yeah,
it's like
there's something with him where he's just not built for it. Like the media.
Well, because he's not like a politician in any way, and if you look at how good politicians are at answering questions, like they'll talk in a huge circle and they're amazing.
Not answer anything.
Not answer anything, but manage to and everyone's like just leave everyone's head spinning. But he just doesn't do that at all.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. Honestly, it's crazy. Yeah. But like I say, I've got to give him credit at times because he is. There's been things he's done that have really actually made us laugh. Like,
same.
When he's intentionally done it and when he hasn't as well. I'd like to say.
Oh yeah.
You can't say it hasn't been entertaining. You can't. It's been a riot.
Lynn says very scary impressions there.
Fake news, nasty. It's a nasty question. China. Classic. No, don't start. China
comes from China.
It's because he leaned in. It was like, when did you go and ask? China. So, whoa there.
The question you want to ask, China.
Oh God! Right. Anyway, I don't know what we're talking about now. We got derailed. Well, we're cracking on our time anyway. So I've got the
New Zealand was the last.
New Zealand. 4-day week to get everyone back into work so that nobody gets sacked. Hopefully, that's the plan. That's the play. Well, fingers crossed for New Zealand. I know someone who works and lives over there in New Zealand, and everything's slowly but surely opening back up because obviously they've got quite a good track and trace system in place, as well as like high rate of community testing at the minute. So the things like gyms and bars are starting to open up with like reduced capacity. He's back to work, so it's all looking a bit better over there, so hopefully we can follow suit. I'm not holding my breath, but you never know. What I don't want to do is be like too optimistic and hope for it to happen next week. So we crack on, but it's possible. Is what it's good. Like, that's the message. It can be done. Just got to bear with it because obviously we're weeks behind them when you look at like when it started affecting us.
Yeah, that's true, man.
So just got to take it a day at a time at the minute, I think.
Definitely.
So quickly then, I found a nice concise list on hobbyhelp.com it's called, and it's 12 best hobbies to help fight anxiety and depression. I imagine these apply to other mental health issues as well, not just those two specifically, but these have been found to be specific to anxiety and depression. But they will help with other things, and they are good hobbies to have, even if you don't suffer from those things. So just a quick run through of them. So you've got photography, playing music, writing, drawing, painting, or sculpting. So that's like some physical artwork there. Fiber arts and crafts. I don't know. Oh, right. So things like sewing and knitting, colouring. I don't know if anyone's done that. I know my sister does it. She has like a colouring book, but not for kids. It's not like it's not like the Flintstones.
No.
It's like
yeah.
What?
So I think that
I was like the first thing that popped into my head when I thought kids cartoon, not like SpongeBob or.
No, I agree, and people like turn their nose down at that, but there's a reason that kids enjoy doing that, and I think that as an adult you can still do that, and you actually buy. I remember seeing it in Waterstones. It was like a mindfulness coloring book, and it was like a bunch of shapes and patterns. You
can tell you're posh, so shopping in Waterstones.
But dude, honestly, it's awesome because you can just. One of the great things about coloring in, I think, is that you just focused on that task, so that's the only thing you're thinking about when you do it. And I think it's a really good like mindful practice, and I think that's a really good thing to deal with anxiety. And I know it sounds a bit like new age and woo woo, but there's actually a lot of like science supporting things like meditation. So even if you just go onto YouTube and you type in guided meditation, you sit there for 10 minutes and just listen to it. It can be something that's really helpful. And what it is it's kind of helping to stop some of those intrusive thoughts, like people with anxiety get like intrusive thoughts and that things that escalate.
Negative,
like
it's the negative thought process, isn't it?
Yeah,
Thinking of the worst case scenario sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And these thoughts, and then they'll start to overthink things, and then they'll get anxious, and they'll be like, so
yeah.
If you're focusing on one thing, it kind of stops your mind from being overactive in a way, you know. So I think that
coloring's like one of those like low impact, and by that I mean it's not like a mind heavy task. So playing music's great, don't get us wrong.
Yeah,
I've been trying to learn, not very well. It's not going well. I haven't practiced for a little while, but like sitting down to learn it, if you focus solely on learning to play a certain song or chord or whatever it is, it's very good, but it does take a lot. You have to focus on what you're doing, and you have to try and take in, okay, well, I need to play that note then, and this on the sheet music, that's what that note represents, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas things like colour and sometimes drawing, if you're particularly good at, which I'm not, but some people can just sit down and sort of just doodle in the background and colour in the background, and you're not particularly using your mind that much, so it's not stimulating, but it is quite relaxing, a bit more therapeutic.
Yeah, and the same thing goes with meditation, which is definitely a bit harder for people to get into. But
with meditation, you don't necessarily have to do a guided one, right? You can it can just be sitting in a quiet room and thinking and taking some deep breaths, right? It doesn't have to. You don't just sit on the floor with like your legs crossed and your hands out and like you can meditate anywhere really.
That can be you can just have it as a breathing exercise.
I wouldn't recommend it while you're like driving or anything.
No.
Then,
you don't like
operating heavy machinery or like in the kitchen slicing carrots like Mel was this morning.
Definitely.
So you probably lose a finger or two.
True, all of those are true. But it's like and not to hop on, but it's just because obviously we're thinking so many thoughts and they're coming at us and like constantly all day, every day, and that can be overwhelming for so many people. So just kind of being able to slow that down and to slow your brain down, I think that that's a really important thing to do.
Yeah.
Just to kind of slow your thoughts down, not slow your brain down, because that really probably starts to do that. But
just stop your brain, switch it off.
Yeah, but flick slow those thoughts down, I think.
No, definitely.
That's
so there's a few more physical ones in there. So there's things like dancing, swimming, yoga, hiking. There's one for Lisa there, which we don't mention the G word on this stream. There's cooking, which is one Mel's been doing, and I don't know whether she's relaxed or not, but in your own time you probably will be. I think when you've got to do it for a stream, it might be a little bit more stressful. Exactly. The all-seeing eye won't be judging you when you're drawn. You'll be fine. We've got China stuck in Lynn's head by the looks of it, and
everyone is living a bit nasty.
That's a nasty question. You're fake news. God. So you can be active or you can be quite still is the point of this. There's, just so you know, guys, there's a video on YouTube where Donald Trump says China about 800 times.
Yeah,
there's also one where he says billions and billions and billions and billions.
Billions and billions.
Which, if you're bored, it's funny.
Yeah.
China. Stop it. Stop.
It is.
You don't realise what you've started because this has been going on for months. Anyway, so do some yoga. So you can do like if you're a bit bored of just doing normal yoga, you can do like something like Pilates where you're bringing in a bit more movement.
A bit more high octane.
Yeah, if you're wanting to just you don't even have to really do like yoga. You could just do stretching. Like normal stretches for things like your legs or your back. Look online from a physio YouTube channel. I'm sure Mel knows some. Actually, she might be able to recommend some good stretches.
Well, there's we've got a Rob's video, which I'm sure of course. I think that's on one of the virtual well-beings. I do intend to kind of put all those workout videos out separately because there's some of them that aren't out separately. So stay tuned for that, guys, because we will start to post Rob's workout videos separately, and then we can direct you directly to those instead of to the stream, which we have done for some of them, but not all of them. But on that point, you can look at our stretching video, which we'll get up, and that's great. But when you get stressed, you carry that tension in your body. So your body starts to get tight, and that's why your shoulders will start to hurt if you're stressed. Your neck will start to hurt.
Your lower back probably will hurt a lot.
And then when you're feeling those aches, it makes you even more stressed, and it's just an endless cycle. And and that's one of the effects of when your body's producing cortisol, like the stress hormone.
Yeah.
So if you do these like yoga and stretch, it can, release some of that tension, and the effect of that is unreal. Like if I do a full yoga session, like afterwards I just feel amazing because it releases all that tension. So definitely would recommend yoga flies too.
Yeah, definitely. Really good. I'm quickly going to go, because Lynn sent me that link. I found it on the Media Savvy page, so I'm quickly going to load it. It looks like it's a Wellbeing and Mental Health During COVID-19 guide. So it's a PDF booklet. China. No, stop. Stop. It's so, yeah. So, on a serious note, thanks for that, Lynn. Appreciate that. So there's I'll just show the contents page because it's quite long. I don't want to go right the way through it. But what I'll do is I'll pop a link to the PDF in the video, in the description of the video, so you guys can check that out. But if you look at the contents there, you've got things like looking after yourself, beating corona anxiety, all the way through to like well-being plans, how to cope, spotting different signs, listening, bit on there about helping others as well, and getting help for yourself as well. So there's some quite good, some really good information in there.
Yeah. So
page 22.
That's a great resource. So thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that.
Great.
And there's some helpline numbers and stuff on there if you are struggling with anything like that. And obviously we've got the NHS one in there. And I'm going to put the screen on now that we leave on at the end. Quick reminder, but I'll not blast your ears off again, but if you guys could please fill the survey in. It should take you about 30 seconds, hopefully. If you could fill that in, and like I say, just keep up to date with what we're going to be doing on all the other streams. Obviously, Mel mentioned we'll be doing a craft one, so obviously one of the little hobbies was crafts and physical, like drawing and all that kind of stuff, like making things as well. So if you guys want to get involved with that, stay tuned. It's become a China stream now. So Charlotte was quickly just saying she believes everyone can draw and paint as long as you enjoy it. That's the main thing. Jury's still out on, I think, me and Daniel. I've seen the drawings we've done. They're not great, but we enjoy them.
So. The worst, yeah.
Oh, hang on, there's the GIF.
About, is it?
I found the GIF.
It's
there
you go.
Look, bottom right. There it is, man.
Oh wow, that was awesome. I never knew we had that.
Oh wait, that was supposed to be on every single scene, but never mind. There you go.
That's so cool.
In all its glory, in the bottom right. Oh, my finger keeps disappearing into the eye of Sauron. Never mind. I wonder what happens if I just move back. Do I just disappear? Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a bit hit and miss.
Kind of.
Like sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Well, if I just spin it.
Oh, there you go. You're gone. Tiny bit of chair. Oh my god.
Okay. I don't know what's happened. Someone brought up Donald Trump and the stream just went completely to pot. Like,
totally derailed.
It was going great, and then someone mentioned Trump, and that was it.
I don't know.
So yeah, please fill in the survey.
Cool.
There's a GIF in the bottom right, or a GIF if you want to pronounce it properly.
GIF.
That's its proper designation. I'm going to leave the stream screen on at the end with all the helpful numbers on if anyone wants to jot them down and take a screenshot. We'll make sure the links are in the description to all the stuff we've talked about as well. If you want to share them with anyone, or you want to share them on Facebook or whatever, or you want the information for yourself just for future reference, should all be there, should be here. And let us know if you use any of it in, say, bits of artwork, or you do any colouring, or you try yoga, or you go for a hike, or hang on, quickly, actually, before we go, I told a lie. I did a lie. Charlotte sent us a picture of some of the food she'd made as part of the Mel streams.
Right on.
Fantastic. Just need to quickly get a display capture up. Oh, I pressed on the wrong thing. Honestly, it was going so well. Now it's just falling to bits.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
There we go.
Happens.
That'll do. So quickly, Charlotte made some of the vegetable rice. Hopefully.
Beautiful.
Yeah, which looks really good. I think she's added a few different things in there as well. Charlotte, you'll have to let us know.
Nice.
So there is, by the looks of it, some cashews.
Beautiful.
Maybe some
cashews.
Red onion. By the looks of it, I think. Looks quite nice. Yeah, looks really good. And then I think you'd made some truffles as well. That's an on-air screen. Yeah, so Charlotte tried the making the chocolate truffles again.
Perfect. That's awesome,
Yeah,
Charlotte.
so they look really good. So hopefully they were tasty. And like I say, thanks for sending in the picture. We love to see it. I'm sure Mel will be over the moon that you've tried the recipe and you liked it and it was a winner. So
it's tasty, man.
Yeah, Charlotte said she's sorry about mentioning Donald Trump. We'll not hold you to account, Charlotte. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But the stream did go rapidly downhill after that. It was all on target. It was like,
okay, no idiot of the week. We're not going to mention Trump. We're not going to.
Too late.
It just happens.
So yeah, cheers for that, Charlotte, on both counts, for mentioning
awesome.
Trump and for making the food, because we appreciate you sending that in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if I'll put a link to the survey in there again with. I've done the survey. Sorry, he's done it. Yeah, great. Thanks for that.
Good job. You haven't done the survey yet. Make sure you do it, guys.
Yeah. Mel's just saying Charlotte's food looked amazing. Great job. Matthew's saying Jiff with a face that's been sick, I think. That's apparently how you pronounce it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm going to stick that screen on there, the general links one, and I'm going to play some weird guitar music or something.
Cool.
So there you go. Daniel, I'm going to say goodbye to you so that you're not accidentally talking over the top of it.
Cool. No worries,
cheers
bud.
for getting the links and stuff for today. And I shall
Anytime, man.
see you tomorrow.
Cool. I'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy.
Ta-da.
All right. See you later, dude. Bye-bye.
Right, guys, I'm going to drop that screen. That screen's on there now. I'm just going to play some like relaxing guitar music, I think, or something for 5 or so minutes. If you want to take a quick screenshot of that, I'll jot some of the numbers down. Really appreciate you guys coming along today. Matthew's starving now. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It looks really good. Take care and stay safe and stay savvy and all the rest of it. Drop us a message if you need anything. Email or Facebook would be great. Speak to you soon. China.